Hi everyone, this is Sharon, and today I'm altering an 8x10 canvas panel. I'm doing this for the April challenge over at the I Am Roses challenge blog. I'm going to be using some Lindy Stamp Gang to alter this to start, and I'm using the Ocean Breeze Blue Flat Fabio. Then I'm adding a little bit of Glory of the Seas Gold, and then that pink color is the Pink Ladies Pink. And then I'm just using my fingers just to blend certain areas real quickly. But I don't want anything to look uniform. Then I'm taking this Heidi Swapp stencil and I'm using the circles. And I'm using some light molding paste to add those to the canvas piece. And I'm going to add these randomly throughout the surface area. And I'm going to be doing that again. You'll see it as the video progresses. All I'm doing is adding a little bit of texture to the background, and at the same time I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with it. I'm not worrying about being too careful or too neat. It doesn't matter, it adds to the look. And this dries pretty quickly, so I don't need to wait a long time to keep on working on it. Then I decided the colors were too bright, so I got my Frozen Jack Frost and I just sprayed it all over the page just to make it a little bit more pastel, which was what I was going for. Then I'm taking this 7 Dot Studio designer paper. I cut it to size and I'm distressing the edges, and I'm going to glue it down to the background. I'm using Scotch Quick Dry adhesive, which is my favorite adhesive for gluing down paper. It dries really fast and it works really well. Then I decided to add more of the dots with the light molding paste, and that's what I'm doing right here. Adding more texture, especially to that new piece that I added on top of the canvas. And again, I'm doing this randomly and not caring too much how neat it is. All I care about is adding the texture. Then I'm adding some embossing paste. This is from Wendy Vecchi, and I'm using this memory box stencil just to add more texture. Now this embossing paste is a little bit trickier than the light molding paste because it's a little bit more liquid. It's very smooth. This was my first time using it, so I wasn't aware it was so liquidy. And later on you'll see that it kind of messes up a little bit. It goes underneath the stencil, but I really don't care because it still gives me the look I want. It's like a rough look, nothing too perfect. And it is supposed to look like, you know, splatters and, you know, spots, so I didn't mind. In some areas I did clean up, like right there where you see there, but for the most part it was good. And this dries pretty quickly too. Then I took another Art Minds Simply Surfaces. It's another wood filigree or wood veneer from Michaels. I use those a lot, so that's probably why I say another, because I use these a lot. I love their wood section at Michaels. And I'm trying to figure out right here what I want to do, so I get out some other wood veneer pieces from my collection and I decide that I want to color them, make them white. So I'm getting some gesso. It just dries quicker than acrylic paint in my opinion, so I'm just adding it real quickly all over each piece to make them look white. When I'm done, this is what they look like. And I decided to add some embossing powder. I'm using Magic Moon Pearls from Lindy Stamp Gang. I use this all the time. And this embossing powder is part of the Winter Wonderland embossing powder collection. I love this. I love the pearlescent look that it gives, so I use it all the time. And if you follow me, you know that. So I'm going to cover all the pieces and emboss them. So they'll be white and they'll have a pearlescent look to them thanks to the embossing powder. It's going to look really pretty in the end. There you go, that's the finished look. Then I'm deciding what to do right here. Just figuring out what I want. That's the picture I'm going to use for this layout. And I got some roses from My Roses. All the links are going to be on my blog post, and everything will be underneath the description box below this video, so you can go ahead and find out which flowers I used, which Lindy Stamp Gang products I used. It's just simpler. So I'm using a variety of flowers, and I'm trying to figure out where I want to put everything. At this point, I love those little mini buds. They're so cute. Then I got some stickers. Some of them are from K & Company and others are from My Mind's Eye, and this is the finished product. As you can see, the embossing paste added a little bit more color. And the eggs from the stickers look all shimmery and nice. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this project. And if you have any questions, just leave it underneath the description box on the comments section. I'll be glad to help. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.